Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took one trade in the pre-market this morning right around 4 a.m. It was on Nxtd, which is the top gainer percent-wise and was also number one in volume when I was trading it. Now it's number two. Considering the float size, it's still considerable volume. OCGN has a much larger float size, so that volume doesn't mean as much. All right. Let's see. I've got it pulled up right here. Very long trade, but I'm just going to go through the highlights. So you could see initially it wasn't on the list. Watching OCGN, a couple other stocks, they didn't really pan out, so I didn't take any trades on them. And then Nxtd did finally pop up. I think I saw it on my laptop. I had that same screener open on the laptop. Unfortunately, it did a huge run without any real pullbacks, so there was no entry on it in the beginning. I'm just watching all three of these stocks. These other two are failing, and Nxtd is obviously the strongest one. But I'm a little bit bummed about it taking such a huge run without any pullbacks. But still, it's the best bet, and it's a pretty clean run, so it's stupid not to take a trade on it and see if it works out. So here I'm just waiting for the pullback. I already marked out where the 50% retracement is, so that's the distance from here to here, price-wise, like cut in half, basically. Ideal setup is a pullback to that area, and that's pretty much exactly what it does. So I get in for the break of this candle. So I get my ideal entry, which is 187. My stop is 180. And my 2R is 201. So basically this thing just bounces around. I think it got stuck at 193. It couldn't get over 193, but my plan is, to either hold for the 2R or stop out at my stop. Let's just look at the time really quick. It's 4:19 at this point. Just see when. I started watching this thing right around 4:05, right? Just to keep things in perspective here, time-wise. Just double checking with my 2R calculator. So look at this thing, it just kind of goes sideways. I've already been in it for a long time. It's 4:24. I started watching it at 4:05. And, I don't know what I would have done in the past. Probably would have weak-handed it, sold it out. I did pop back up over to OCGN to see what was happening. Here it's coming down near my stop. But my plan is it has to break that level for me to stop out. It never does. It gets to 181, I believe. I'd have to see 179 to get out. Now it's finally, doing what I wanted it to do, popping up. But it had such a hard time getting over that 193 level that I definitely didn't have as much confidence in this trade by this point. It should have hit my 2R a lot sooner, so I was kind of like ready to pull this down if it got real close, and it did. It got to 199. I pulled it down to 199, and I never got filled because by the time I did that, the bid was below that area. It only went to 198. So then, I just try to pull it down to where the bid is. I get filled at 196. And my 2R was 201, so I technically didn't do the right thing there by selling it out early. But considering, it should have hit that a lot sooner, so I kind of feel like that's acceptable, what I did. then I decide, okay, I'm going to hold my remaining 3 shares and see what this thing does. And if it hits my my entry, I'll get out. Oh, let's just see what time it was when I sold that. The 2R was at 4:32, right? So I'm already in this thing almost a half an hour. And then I sit on it for a long time, let it play out as I was trying to exercise patience. And then it finally hits 187 here at 4:48. So I was in this thing for like about 50 minutes. It's a very long time for me. So, at least I feel like I was patient and I stayed pretty calm. The only thing you could argue that I did wrong is that I did pull my 2R limit sell order down. But again, considering how this trade worked out, I think it was an okay thing to do. Because I gave the trade a lot of time to work, and I felt like if it doesn't run here, it's probably not going to do it. So it didn't. And then if you look at this stock right now, it came all the way down to my stop. I still never broke it, so technically I still would be in this trade with all my shares, waiting for this thing to maybe go up to 2R, which it might. So I might have to go back and adjust my spreadsheet later if it does go to 2R, but I don't know how I'd feel about sitting on this thing for over, almost an hour and a half now, waiting for it to go to 2R. I would be pretty, I think I'd be pretty pissed, really, to be honest with you. So that's my trade. And if you want to see my spreadsheet, here it is. And if you haven't been keeping up with the videos, I bumped the account up on December 4th to $500.44. And I'm basically right back there again. I was doing pretty well here. I had it up over to 515, and then this Monday here, December 21st, which was the Monday of the week of Christmas, really weird day, and basically there was no volume in the early pre-market, so I didn't trade. I traded later in the pre-market, but I think that lack of volume early in the pre-market had a big effect, and now I know. I didn't realize then what kind of effect that would have, and basically every single one of my trades failed that day, and so that led to my biggest loss of the month, $13.63, and that's really screwing up my month. So I'm just trying to basically do damage control for the rest of the month, and also just trying to trade really well. Today I still called it a yellow trade, even though it was green technically, because of the fact that I did pull my limit order down a few cents from 2R. So in the long run, I don't want to do that. This month is kind of messed up because of that Monday, so I'm not holding myself too strongly to that yet. And this is my actual P&L for the month. This is if I held everything to 2R, which it's gotten pretty messed up because of that Monday as well. So before, you could see the big differences between me managing my trades and then holding to 2R. I only beat it 1 week here, and then of course this week, this was the week at Christmas. I think just probably not a good week to trade. Oh, I gotta move this because I put this on the Christmas Day one. So anyway, all right, so I think that's enough for now, and I'll see you guys back at the market open. I hope you guys had a great holiday, and I'll see you soon. Take care.